What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we are jumping into Ultimate Spider-Man issue number 2. And if you haven't been keeping up with the Ultimate Universe, 20 years ago, the Maker prevented a radioactive spider from biting a young Peter Parker. Spider-Man never came to be, but in a quest to free the world from the Maker's council, Tony Stark sent Peter the radioactive spider, a man married and the father of 2 children. He let him know what was stolen from him, and after Ben Parker and J. Jonah Jameson decided to leave the Daily Bugle over pressure from its owner, Wilson Fisk, trying to control the news cycle, Peter felt a call to action. He let the spider bite him, and Spider-Man was born. So, make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so as we dive into this issue, we pick up in February. We see Spider-Man in a completely blacked out suit. This is his first suit. As we see Peter that morning with his children Richard and May, they look at the Daily Bugle and they see this individual. May is a little bit scared that this guy might actually be real. She just doesn't like it. Now Peter tries to let her know that that guy's not real. It's probably CGI like her brother said. But everybody heads out for the day, and this is where we pick up Peter suited up out there at night. Over the past few weeks, he's changed a lot. He has begun to test out his abilities. He knows that he is super strong, super agile, reaction time on point. The only real issue he is having is that as he swings through the city, he's not good at landing. This is where we see him crash into a water tower, and this has shown him that he can take one heck of a beating. For what he has planned, he's probably gonna need it. He knows that this city has a lot of corruption, and somebody's gotta do something. This is where we pick up with Jameson and Ben Parker, the two of them talking about things that are currently ongoing. There was an attempt on Wilson Fisk's life. A mysterious individual flying around in a green suit. This is the 3rd attempt, all in a 3-week span, all the same guy. And they joke about there's no way they're gonna read about this in the Daily Bugle. Wilson Fisk would never allow it. But what they have been doing is posting Spider-Man everywhere. They have shifted the entire focus away from Green Goblin as the two of them begin to get to work and figure out what's truly going on here. We pick up with Peter. As he swings through the city, he sees something that seems a little out of place. A guy fully armored up, getting ready to break into the bank. And in the classic Peter Parker style, he comes up asking the guy if he lost his keys, trying to figure out what this guy's actually up to up here. They begin to talk and, Peter really lets him know this is the first time I've ever done something like this. And the guy lets him know, you know what, you caught me doing this. They clearly, whatever I had planned, it was wrong. I shouldn't be doing it. You coming up here, stopping me, it made me think about it just a little bit deeper, and I decided I'm gonna head home. Peter falling for this, shaking his hand, and he says to call me the Shocker. This is when the Shocker blasts Spider-Man with some kind of electrical current. This shoots him right off the building and right into a dumpster. As he heads home that night, taking this defeat, he heads home only to find that his daughter is standing there in the hallway. May sees him and she is terrified. She sees that scary man that was on the front page of the Daily Bugle is in fact real. Not only is he real, but he is standing in our house. Peter, recognizing how serious this could get, he quickly takes it off. But what's unique about this suit is it seems like it almost disintegrates off of his head. It doesn't fall back like regular clothing, almost like it's a symbiote. But he talks to his daughter, lets her know exactly why he is dressed like this. That he got bit by a special spider and it gave him powers, kind of like a magic spider. Letting her know that you never have to be afraid of me. And so, finally getting over all of this, the two of them sit down, they share some ice cream, and they talk about what they could do about his suit. Because May is not fond of the color. Taking us over over to Wilson Fisk's office. We pick up with the guy that is truly in charge, and it's not Fisk. This is one of the members from the council, from the Makers Council. They're talking about what is on the front page of the Daily Bugle. They're talking about the Green Goblin attacks. Now, this guy's job is to really put everybody in their right place. That he is the one in charge. They divide up all the land, they decide what everything is, the kingdom, so on and so forth. And then each person in charge of said kingdom gets to choose what section of what part people get to have a little bit of power in, like Wilson Fisk. But if Wilson Fisk cannot hold on to his kingdom, he will be replaced with somebody who can. As we pick up later another evening, we have Spider-Man who is out here doing what he does. This is when he runs into the Shocker yet again. This time the Shocker isn't trying to trick him, he just lets down some hate, cracking the concrete, sending Spider-Man back. This time, Peter is able to use his webbing. He tries to wrap him up to try to blind him. He definitely gets some punches in. But then the Shocker, he tries to make Spider-Man stop and say, "What would you do if you were in my shoes? I have a wife, I have children, I need to feed them." This makes Peter stop, and his gullibility yet again gets him thrown off of a building. Peter wants to see the best in people. He wants to give them the opportunity. The problem is, these guys are just playing tricks on him. As Peter falls down again into a dumpster, the Shocker takes off, but who was watching all of this transpire is none other than the armored Green Goblin. Later that evening, with Peter returning home, in the last few days, he's managed to get his butt kicked twice, but he also accidentally revealed his secret identity to his child. More than that, it scared her. So far, this is not off to a good start for him, thinking maybe he might not be cut out for this work, but seeing something on the fridge, a drawing from his daughter of a red and blue Spider-Man, saying that I drew a picture of your spider and that I hope you like it. You're the best, love May. The inspiration for his new suit. His inspiration to maybe give this one more day. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Definitely a fun issue. I don't know. There's something about a middle-aged Peter Parker that just speaks to me on a whole other level. Don't get me wrong. I love the teenage, maybe young 20s Spider-Man. But a middle-aged 30, 35-year-old Peter Parker, him with a beard and everything, it's my favorite version of Spider-Man next to Spider-Man Noir. I like a Spider-Man with a little bit of age on him. A little bit of life experiences. And so for me, Ultimate Spider-Man is everything I want for a Spider-Man comic. He's got his kids, he's got all of this going on. Though it is interesting, it doesn't seem likely there's gonna be a chance that May ever gets powers, which we have seen in some alternate universe storylines. Which is a little bit disappointing, but they can always find a way around that. Spider-Man is soon going to learn that this corruption problem is much bigger than Wilson Fisk. Wilson Fisk is nothing more than, a captain in the grand scheme of things. He's got some power, but there's definitely those above him that would crush him in an instant if he stepped out of line. This is the world that the Maker built. This is the world that they all must live in. This is what Tony Stark is trying to change. He is trying to get rid of the world the Maker has made so that the heroes, they reign supreme. They protect the innocent. They ensure that the corruption like this doesn't exist, or at least to the best of their abilities. Either way, Ultimate Spider-Man issue number 2 is a lot of fun. We are seeing the very early days of Peter Parker, the very early days of him being bit by a spider and going through the trials and tribulations till he inevitably becomes the hero we all know that he can be. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your theories. If you want to get caught up on everything that is going on with this series, go ahead, check out the link in my description, as well as the top of this video. It'll get you completely caught up on everything going on with the Ultimate Universe. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership, much like Patreon, having multiple different tiers, from $1 to $50. from loyalty badges to comics every single month. Not only are you helping out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. Now, if you're unable to do this, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss any content we have coming out. And with that being said, until the next breakdown.